Danse. Welcome to Sasquatch Island, my Facebook group that shares with you information about the First Nations perspective, the Kwakwaka'wakw, which I belong to, a nation from northern Vancouver Island. But I share with you our perspectives to the Sasquatch Bigfoot on Vancouver Island, aka Sasquatch Island, where this footprint right here was cast, and Dr. John Bindernagel gave me this one, and it's one of 5 that walked right through this mud patch on a mountain just above Sewid on eastern Vancouver Island central area. So Sasquatch Island is a very unique Facebook group. And for the ones that are on this group right now, I thank you very much for joining. I run it pretty strictly where you have to ask to join and then I accept your request and then you're in and you can put your comments forward and so forth. I don't allow any posting on there, of course, with the security settings. And I have a strict policy of you get one warning if you try to shove down my throat and my group's membership's throats woo-woo. And you know what woo-woo means. That's the orbs, the mind speaking, the porthole walkers, the jumping out of UFOs and so forth. I don't believe in it. I don't condone it. I do not support it. Sasquatch Island is not a site for the woo-woo. So please, if you come on there, be respectful of what we ask for. Because like the bush, if you screw up, when you're hunting Sasquatch, you're looking for them, he's going to chew you up, eat you, and poop you out the next day in the forest. Well, on Sasquatch Island Facebook group, I will chew you up and I will flush you real quick, and you won't be a member no more. But if you're looking for the perspectives of the First Nation about the animal kingdom, like this wolf, and how possibly this creature is a living, breathing, bleeding animal like us, then you'll hear about it and read about it and see pictures of dancers like the Junahwa, the female one. And of course, I'll even enlighten you about the male Junahwa with the mustache, and it's in the group. But if you're interested in the spiritual part, yes, I'll touch on it about the Kwakwaka'wakw. For we speak of this little creature known as the Bakwus, small bipedal covered in hair, that comes out onto the beaches at low tide at night to harvest cockles, a type of shellfish, a bivalve, its favorite food. But it's from the spiritual realm. So yes, I don't believe in the woo-woo, but I do touch on the spiritual aspects of the Kwakwaka'wakw First Nations. I invite other First Nations to come forward and share their stories. Because you have to understand that we First Nations, our legends and stories belong to families, belong to tribes, which are nations. So I can't talk about the Gogit from Haida Gwaii, the Queen Charlotte Islands. I can't speak about Hawkwas and Steamton from the Coast Salish around Nanaimo. And I surely can't speak about the books from central British Columbia on the legends and stories pertaining to a First Nations perspective. But I do invite those other First Nations to come and share on Sasquatch Island. It was all about Vancouver Island because it's the highest concentration of Sasquatch carvings on Earth, whether it be native or non-native. From Victoria to Port Hardy, from east to west, you'll find multitudes of totem poles, masks, driftwood carvings, log carvings, you name it. The highest concentration of Sasquatch carvings on Earth, Sasquatch Island, Vancouver Island. But the Facebook group of Sasquatch Island has become so popular that I am now looking at changing Sasquatch Island to give reference to Turtle Island, which we all know is North America, the tail being Mexico, Panama, and of course the flippers being Baja and Florida's peninsula, as well as Labrador, Newfoundland, and Alaska, the Aleutian Islands, another flipper, and of course the mouth being Hudson's Bay. So Turtle Island is North America, and I'm thinking of having Sasquatch Island in reference to all of North America now because it's become so popular because of the First Nations, American Indian perspective to the Sasquatch Bigfoot that I'm sharing. But for all of you, please join this site, and if you are on this site, don't forget, when you get those pictures, those stories, those reports about this little or big creature covered in hair we share our homelands with, by all means, get a hold of me. And I look forward to meeting all of you one day, hopefully, and we'll become friends. And let's communicate on a nice, respectful, positive, upbeat way on Sasquatch Island. I thank you very much. Halakilisla. Go in peace.